Welcome, and thank you for joining me for another Coffee with Bridget. And today's coffee is Coconut Cream Pie by Slice. And so, it is very yummy. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and that is meditation. Now, a lot of people go, meditation, I'm not into it, or I can't do it. But really, we all meditate all the time. Meditation is simply placing the mind upon. So every time you think about something, you meditate upon it. And the purpose of consciously meditating is to place our mind upon things that we want to think about and stop thinking the things that we don't want to think about. And so it is a way of training the mind. And athletes call it the zone, when their mind and body work in unison together and they don't have any thoughts. They just are. That is the zone that we're going for with meditation. Sorry, the dog wanted out. So basically, there are two different types of meditation. Most people, when they think about meditation, think of the mindfulness meditation where you're focusing on the breath. People sitting in the lotus position saying and that sort of thing, which does take a discipline and that does have benefits. Now, I've been meditating for over 20 years now, and I prefer active meditations. So using like an adult coloring book or a singing bowl or a steel tongue drum, something that I can focus my attention upon, and doing that sort of thing. One of my favorite ways to meditate is by cutting vegetables, particularly bell peppers. I really can get in there and just meditate and focus on the task at hand. So a helpful technique to meditate is to basically, as you're doing the task, or you are doing mindfulness meditation where you're focusing on the breath, is to allow the thought to come in. Thoughts will come and go as you meditate. But what's important is that you don't hold on to the thoughts. You label it thinking and let it go. So sometimes when we're sitting in meditation and we're suddenly thinking about dinner and all the things that we want for dinner, and you just label that thinking and let it go and go back to your focus. Go back to cutting the vegetables. Go back to focusing on your breath. Whatever it is that you're focusing upon. You just label the intruding thoughts as thinking and let them go. You could even imagine releasing a bird each time the thought's embodied as a bird. This will help you with your meditation. It will help you start to train your mind not to have intrusive thoughts, to focus on the task at hand, focus on the situation at hand. And with time, the benefit is that you are almost in a constant act of meditation. The mind quiets. They say when you have those intrusive thoughts, those are basically monkey mind. They are a primitive state of being that a lot of people exist within. And as you develop the muscle to train your mind to focus on what you want it to focus on, your mind simply clears, and those intrusive thoughts and spiraling just don't happen anymore. They aren't even a factor in your life. I don't spiral in situations because I've trained my mind to focus on the current moment, on the present moment. And so that is pretty much what I wanted to share with you today. I know this is a short coffee with Bridget. I had a lot of stuff on my agenda today, but I'm wishing you the best. Take care, and bye for now.